yeah, as I actually said, I want to do like a little Periscope thing here, with No Man's Sky, because I just played it. Like I played it last week in London for an evening, and I met Shamari, who's a really cool guy, and yeah, I mean, a lot of people asked me questions so far, like a ton of people actually. I think I just responded to like 500 questions on Twitter and on Reddit gaming, and yeah, I thought I'd probably just tell you a bit. Vega Rock said I'm famous now. Well, probably not, but yeah, it's kind of interesting because I got like, I think I had like 33,000 interactions last today or something. Yeah, like crazy and like crazy numbers, and I get like constant messages on Twitter. Sorry, actually, a lot of people asked me if I can hang out on Skype, and I agreed to some interviews, sort of. But since I had to get some business done, I can't really hang out with every one of you on Skype. But I thought anyway, I can probably do a Periscope thing. I don't even know. Let me see if I have to tweet. Cool. Yeah. Apparently, it just got live on Twitter. So how can we do it? So you can ask me questions if you want on Twitter or here on Periscope, and I hopefully, just ask me on Periscope or every hard procedural. That's sweet. Thank you. Thank you, Silvio Milvio. That's kind of cool. Yeah. So as I said, I was hanging out with Shamori, and I was playing No Man's Sky on PlayStation 4, and it was really cool. As I said, it was kind of mind blowing, but like not mind blowing in terms of like graphics. It's not like a super graphical advanced game, sort of, right? It's not like the next Crisis, but it's really, it's kind of mind blowing in terms of gameplay depth. What I really liked about the game actually is that you can learn the language of aliens. And it's basically like this: you go to a trader or like an alien guy, and you want to talk to him. And I had like this, had a situation actually where I basically insulted an alien from the Kovacs, but didn't speak his language. He was like really pissed off. And Sean told me after that, you have to go to this there's like stones gathered around the world. And you can read on those stones, so you basically learn the Kovacs language. And the more you read, the more you learn this special language. Basically, the more insight you get, and the more skill you get. And if you want to talk then to the guy, more you those stones, more words get translated within the dialogue. It's a bit like The Witcher, right? It's actually pretty funny because Fabian Döhler has just entered the chat, and he's DPR manager for The Witcher, which is really cool. Yeah, best game of 2015. So very excited about that. But yeah, it's a bit like The Witcher, but it's kind of like, you have like a typical dialogue system, but those words get like scrambled, and you think you want to ask him something like really normal, but he gets pissed off because you basically insult him. And Sean told me, which was a funny story, he grew up in the outback in Australia. And he was from Britain and from Guildford actually, and he had problems getting the slang of the Australians, and sometimes had problems interacting with them. And he thought it's kind of a cool idea actually, to bring this whole language barrier thing basically into the game. So that's kind of like the little story about this. And but what's cool about No Man's Sky actually is that you have a very nice combination of a lot of gameplay mechanics. So let's say you have this Corvax, which is like an alien race, right? And you start to learn the language from them. Then you can start trading once you start trading with them, you become friends with them, and there's like a reputation system in there, right? And if you do something nice for them, like, you trade with them and you sort of become trading buddies, and then you can forge an alliance with them. And the more you grow, the more you play this game, the more you grow up, and you can basically buy 3 variants of ships. It's like an explorer, it's like a fighter. They look a bit like X-Wings, they're like really fast and powerful, and like freighters. So I think it would take some time, but once you basically have a freighter, you can load cargo into them and stuff. But freighters are really good with cargo and for trading, but they don't have like the heavy weapon systems, or like not as advanced as a fighting jet, obviously. So you can basically say, okay, I want to forge an alliance with Corvax or like another alien race, and and they basically get you an escort. So they basically set you some ships, and they protect you against pirates. Like AI pirates, and that's kind of cool too in this game that you can actually be a pirate too. So there's a lot of these kind of stuff, and it looks really nice. I think it's a really artful game. What I really liked about it. I think in my article I described it a bit like feels a bit like The Legend of Zelda, but not every planet. I mean, sometimes it's a bit like Legend of Zelda covered in Bordeaux wine or something, and it's kind of in the sense that, for example, when you shoot a tree, it's not like just exploding or like crushing it or like destroying it, like in a very advanced physical game like Division or Far Cry or Crisis, but it's basically basically kind of it almost rains a bit then, like I mean, this it's basically like they're just covered in like red particles or something like that, and you shoot at them, and then it's kind of like some stars sprinkling around you. So it's almost a bit like Hello Games doesn't want us animals and like stuff, and more like have a like approach. But you can do that. You can be an asshole too. You can shoot animals, but you don't get points for it. Yeah, that's one thing. And yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know. I mean, I just answered like I think 100 at Reddit. We'll have a look at them. And I answered like 400 at Twitter. So, but yeah, whatever you want to know, sort of. And yeah, there's like you don't have like typical weapon. It's not like sniper rifles or assault rifle, that kind of stuff. It's more like it's called like a multi-tool, and you can upgrade it. Like you can basically say, okay, I want multi-tool size and distance, or I want multi-tool size and lower distance, or I want punchy, those stuff. Oops. Yeah, I'm here in my office. You kind of have just one weapon, but you can upgrade it a lot. Vigor Riot just asked that. So you have like one weapon, and you have like, it's called a multi-tool. So you can basically fine-tune this weapon to be a bit more like a sniper rifle, or to be a bit more like, my hair looks weird today, or to be a bit more punchy, like a shotgun, or, and you can also use this, you basically use this tool to mine too, which is kind of interesting. It's not like Minecraft where you have like where you do like this. You basically shoot at stuff, and if you shoot at stuff, you get points for it, and you can get a resource. So for example, if you see some crystals or something like that, you don't go there and pick it up, you shoot at it, and it's almost like a laser beam thing, and it's like tracking to you, and you put it into your pocket. And does Elca LP ask, can we get out in space and mine asteroids? I don't know. I think you can destroy asteroids if you fire with rockets at them. I don't know if you can land on them. I haven't seen that, to be honest. I just had like a little asteroid, and I was basically able to shoot at it, so I can like fly the thing. But maybe you can land there. I don't know. That's a good question. I will definitely ask that when I meet more again. It's a very, very interesting question to ask. Yeah. And they have a lot of challenges actually in the game, which I kind of liked. You have a lot of planets, and for example, I was on a planet and it was like minus 165 degree cold. So my shield got degraded like very, very fast, and the battery was running out. And once your battery starts to run out, you need this battery for everything in the game. Wait a second. I probably would be a good idea to let the guys from Reddit know that I'm not on Reddit anymore, but then I will actually Paris. So I just let them know that I'm not live anymore on Reddit, but here on Paris. Yeah. But as you can see here, I've already answered a lot of questions. So if you want to have any knowledge about No Man's Sky, they asked me about a ton of stuff. See that? Yeah. They asked me about PC stuff, and about trading stuff and economy. A lot of very in-depth stuff, actually. Yeah, that's a good question, Vegabrok. What happened if we win resource of a faction? So there's like a faction called the Malevolent Force, and they're like it's almost like an AI. It's like an AI that is based in space. Like it has kind of like a space station there. It's almost like a Death Star, small one, and this AI is controlling a lot of robots. It's like a robot army and like drones. And they have something called walkers. And these walkers, they look a bit like from Metal Gear, I think. And they are getting resources for this faction. And once you basically start to shoot, or basically, shoot at these workers, the drones will attack you, which is kind of interesting. There's it's almost like a red zone. So there's like a green zone. It's almost like different zones around the workers. Like if you come too near, if you come too close, the drones show up, and then they be like, they basically give you a warning sign, and you can back off. Once you do that, you're all good. If you don't, well, then you have a problem because the drones are really powerful. They will kick your ass. And they show up in huge numbers. So the only thing I will do that, Hansnet, in a second. The only thing they can do, maybe it was because I was just weak, it was obviously the first stage of the game, sort of. So you have to get some better weapons to shoot down the drones. But I was using my jetpack to get to my ship and flying away. So I was just backing up. Yes, I wanted to just ask about the battery system. So, as you know, there is a ton of planets, and every planet has a different atmosphere. There's planets that are actually very, very cold. There's planets that are really hot. There's planets that are toxic. And if you want to go to a toxic planet, for example, you need a hazard suit, so a specially equipped suit. And I was on a planet that was really cold. And the moment I landed there, it was basically my shield dropped. You have it's sci-fi, right? So you have a kind of a shield around you, and the shield is protecting you from the cold. And the longer you stay in the cold, the more your shield drops. And which is interesting because the battery is tied to all those systems on your suit. So it also needs battery to use a jump pack, like a jetpack. And once your battery is running out, you can't really move very fast anymore. You can't sprint anymore. And once the shield is down, you basically start to lose life. So you have to find a shelter. You have to find a pod. There's those kind of on this Kovacs planet where I was, they were almost like life pod. Is there anything in the map, like a route showing you the planets you've already visited? Ask Blitzkrieg. Yeah, there is one. You can show up. You can basically press on the DualShock 4 controller. You can push the touchpad, and it shows up a map. So basically, once you discover the planet, that's kind of cool actually. Once you discover the planet, you can name it. So, which is kind of funny because you can basically name your planet like the Lino planet or something like that. Tino is here. That's cool. Tino is the former editor-in-chief of IGN Germany, and he's now, I don't know, I think he's head of marketing or something at Giga Games. Roland is here too. Roland. Oh, that's good. It's like a family gathering now. Hello, Roland. Awesome. Yeah, Roland is a good colleague. And whenever you're in San Francisco, hit up this guy because he knows the best restaurants and the best sushi places and everything. It's completely awesome. Always a good time. But yeah, back to the game. What was I asking? Oh yeah, right, about the batteries. So it's basically you have one suit, but you can upgrade it. And it's kind of interesting that that Shumarik, he's kind of like a physics geek. He's reading physics and mathematics. And he told me also when he sees a hill, he doesn't see a hill. He sees a sinus curve. Fabi Döller asks, is there going to be a big head mode? I don't think. Well, if they allow PC mods, there will be a big head mode, especially for Fabian. I'm pretty sure they can implement it. I can ask Sean if he can do that, and which is also cool that you can name all animals. That's funny too. I've been there with Tobias Veltin. He's from GamePro and GameStore, and he encountered a little airbuck, from Star Wars. But he was he was probably 2 meters high. I don't know, he had a head of a duck and thing. And you encounter so much. There was a Wookiee. Not sure it was. No, it was not a Wookiee. A Wookiee is one of those. No, it wasn't Airbuck. Airbucks look like this, Roland. Blurry image. Yeah, you know how Airbucks look. No, it looked like an Airbuck. It was not a Wookiee. A Wookiee is more like one of those ugly guys. Yeah. No, he looked like an Airbuck. It was funny because I was on a desert planet. It was a very hot planet. Yes, sir, I can Wookiee. And this guy was basically searching for water there, I think, and he was dancing when he found water, so that was kind of funny. Especially the Airwalk. the airwalk animal. It was like in a family. That's also kind of cool. Once you start to follow creatures like animals, you will basically meet their families. What I think is a kind of interesting idea. And they were getting around the water hole, and they were dancing. I don't know why, but apparently those airwalks like to dance. But there's also like dinosaurs and something that looks a bit like an elephant. Roland Fabi already asked if there will be a big head mode. I can definitely ask Sean if we can implement that. That would be a good Easter egg. But yeah, there will be. There's a PC version, so very sure someone will do a mod and stuff like that. On how many different planets have you been in this 30 minutes? We played. Actually, we were pretty lucky because we were supposed to play 45 minutes, but we were lucky because we were the last group. We were in the evening, so we started at 7:30, and the event was till I think 9:30. But we could just keep on playing because there was no one anymore there, and Sean had to do some more interviews. So I think I ended up playing at 1 hour or 30 minutes, something like that, maybe a bit more. Lucky Doodalino. Yeah, we were kind of lucky. Hi at the Monkey Crew. Good to meet you. You have a cool profile pic. I like that. So yeah, big head modes. Blitzkrieg Blue asks, can I make a hole on the ground and just dig to see where it goes? Well, you can definitely you can dig. Yeah, you can dig. You can actually dig quite fast. No, quite deep. I think you can dig like 120 meters. So you can basically start at the top of a hill and. And sort of like, oh my goodness, so good. I will do this Periscope thing more often, that's pretty funny. Tino Han asked, why no Facebook Live video? I can do that next time, that's a good idea, Tino. I will do that. Actually, I just downloaded Periscope, so never tried it out before, but it's fun. Yeah, you can basically start at the top of a hill and dig 120 meters, and then because I was like in a hill, I basically went to like something like a hole, and it was kind of a dungeon, and I was falling into water and discovered an underground cave that. I think caves, Blitzkrieg Blue as our caves cool. I haven't seen so many caves, but I think the underground cave was kind of cool because you can basically swim around there, and you encounter a ton of fish. Like there was like a small fish and like bigger one, and you can also, I think, once you upgrade your ship to go into water, it becomes like a submarine, so you can encounter like sharks and stuff. And Sean told me that a lot of really cool resources and really useful resources are basically, covered in ground that's kind of based on the system. Jordy89 Liam asks, moons, can I explore moons? Yes, I think you can. Yeah, I think you can. Because you can see moon. I've seen a moon from my planet. So basically, if I would have jumped in my ship and just fly to the moon, you can see the moon. I don't know how long it takes. That's kind of the thing, right? That's kind of the point. But it's also interesting because it's an economy system, like once you become a trader, Sean told me that, once you become a trader, oh my goodness. Neil Armstrong was on the moon, that's true. Oh my goodness. Tino asked how long will it take me to get a plasma trophy? Oh, I don't know. Long time, I guess. Second question. Yeah, there's beacons. You can scan the area, and there's beacons. There's something like, it's almost like a little radio tower. They look a bit like radio towers from Far Cry. And you can activate them, and you can save your game there, but you can also save it in those little hubs. Like those aliens, those Korvax, they have like life pods where they basically live or something. And you can hop in there and save the game. Oh, it's kind of cool, actually. And yeah, what I would tell you is this whole economy system. Once you become a trader, Sean told me it's a good idea, for example, to go to the Korvax planet and, gather some resources there. And then you want to sell them, obviously, for a good price. But because these resources are very, there's a ton of those stuff. What? Now I understand. No, Sean Murray is the creative director. He's the guy that's basically, I think he's the lead of his team, but it's just like 10 people. Just a bunch of friends. And they make a cool game. It's just cool. It's indie on a big scale because it's like, powered by Sony marketing now, so that's how it got really big. What? So believe. Silvio Milvio asks, are caves dark and spooky? Yeah, I would say. I think they are different on, it depends a bit on which planet you are. Actually, when you go in there into night, there's a lot of like glimmering and stuff. It looked a bit like Avatar, which I really liked. That was kind of cool. How much money it has? There's no season pass, not as far as I know. Fabi asked. No. I didn't say that there is no season pass confirmed. That's not true. but I don't know if there will be a seat pass. They haven't announced that. There might be. I mean, there might be also like a PlayStation VR version. I think Sony wants them to do that. It would be really cool. I think they're considering that. I think that Sean would be really up to it. But I mean, they're a super small team, so I think if you ask me, I'm pretty sure Sony, if they're smart, they will go, at E3, say, hey, PlayStation VR, No Man's Sky, let's do it. Yep, absolutely. If you want to buy the PC version, that's true. I mean, we can mention that. Why not? Actually, it's true because GOG.com has something like a cool deal going on because dollar is not euro. So once you pay, if you basically purchase the game on GOG.com, you get like a bonus of €6. You can buy another game for that, which is a cool deal. So Vigorock asks, can you fly in space with a spaceship? No, I don't think so. No. I mean, you have a jetpack, but you can just jump on the planet, on the surface. You can't really go into space. You don't really have like, you're not like Iron Man. No, you don't. You have ship types. There's explorers, there is freighters, the big cargo ships, and there's like fighters who are a bit like X and Y, those kind of stuff. Nina asked if there will be a version for Engage. Oh, absolutely, yeah. There will be a version for every imagine. No, not really. I think so far it's confirmed for PS4 and PC, but I'm pretty sure that Microsoft wants it, but I don't know. It would be really cool. I think the Xbox guys want it. Engage confirmed. Yay! Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure that I think Microsoft said that they want it, but I'm not sure. I don't think that would be possible because I mean it's Sony is paying the whole marketing, and I'm pretty sure Sony pays a lot of money. I think Sony basically finance production, or like a big part of the production. Actually, there was an interesting story, if that's interesting for you, because Hello Games got flooded on Christmas in 2003, and basically all their pieces got destroyed, a lot of data got destroyed, their whole office not Halo Games, they are called Hello Game. And yeah, he told me that a lot of data gets destroyed, I mean, this is like, very expensive stuff. Like servers cost like a shitload of money. And yeah, I think they got a bit back up from Sony for that. I'm not really sure about that. I know that a lot of companies from the gaming space, because we are one family, right? We are one, and I know that a lot of companies, hardware companies, actually open one button. Yes, you can. Yeah, and I know that a lot of hardware companies like Dell and Razer and a bunch of software companies, they sponsored some stuff because everything got destroyed. They want to help those guys because they're like called fail. Why was it fail? Ricky JB, what kind of question have you asked? Please ask it again. There are so many questions coming in right now. I have a tough time handling it. How stable is the gameplay? What do you mean? You mean by frames? I think the performance was pretty stable. It looks pretty nice. It's not like it's not a super technical advanced game. Not like Crysis. It's not like very heavily on physics and Apex stuff. It's not like Apex Destruction, for example, in there. It's more basics. It's very indie style, sort of like small airvox. Yeah, they're yeah. But I think the performance was pretty good. It was not dropping or something. If that's what... Sure, no problem. Yeah, Tina wants me to ask him something. How was your day? What are you playing now? But I can listen. That's a problem. Not a Skype call. Nina asked if I wear pants. Yes, I wear pants. My office looks a bit messy though, so I can't show that because there's so many review samples and stuff. And I have a little Lego space, which Lego sent me. Well, I can do a room tour once I have cleaned up everything. Doesn't look nice. A lot of hardware stuff. Yeah. I can do a room tour tomorrow. Silvio Emilio asks, were aliens making noise when you talk to them? Yeah, kind of. I mean, you don't understand them when you don't speak the language, so they kind of make some, how would you have to say? It's a bit like a grunt noise, like or something. It's a bit like not like Star Wars, because Star Wars has languages, but yeah, a bit like that. No, it's not only text. I mean, yes, it's I think this is more like a random noise. I don't think there's like a full dialogue system, because it's all procedurally generated. So I don't no. I mean, it's not like it's not like you have like a voice. It's not like you have a voice actor for every character. It's not like real characters. Like all like the whole universe, this whole faction are basically generated random. Well, not really randomly, but procedurally. Yeah, a bit like this. What I've talked about the alien. The monkey crew asks, is it exactly as you thought it would? Honestly, I didn't know. I didn't know before that there's so much death in there. I was surprised about that. Yeah, I like that too. Yeah, we're like a Twitter family now. No, I didn't expect it. Honestly, I thought it's more just about exploration and looking at a weird creature and like cute creature walking around, like like typical. But it's like really huge. It's a giant universe. Not just that, it has like so many depth. Like as I just said, you have to learn languages. If you learn a language and interact with a race. Once you can start to interact with a race, you can build an alliance. You can build like a military alliance where they basically protect you, like your ship, or like 3 ships, I think. Or you can build like a trading alliance. And if you build a trading alliance, you get better prices, you get resources, all kind of stuff. It's like, Roland asked if I met other players. No. And it's not supposed to be. So that's kind of weird, but I'm really interested, honestly, how this pans out, because Sean told me they don't want people. So they basically build it, I don't know, I think they build like planets or something. 18 trillion planets or something. Did you spoke to any alien? Quintillion? 18 Yeah, I think you're right, Chubby Bear. It's 18 quintillion. It's like a crazy number. And I think John also told me how many it take to get around it was like crazy. It was like 1 or 2 years to visit every planet or something. Sometimes, yes. 233 Jeremiah asks, do the animals eat each other? Yeah, I think they do. There is, definitely animals that attack each other if they're aggressive. Also, it's different. Basically, in the day, I think they're all, like, friendly, but in the night they get a bit more aggressive or, like, pissed off. I don't know, maybe because it's dark or something. I mean, it's always, like, yeah. I like animals, too, especially dogs. Ever like... Yes, I had a day-night chain, which is actually funny, because it's based on... I mean, the whole game is based on physics. It's probably something I can explain a bit more. It's almost like, you probably all had chemistry, as we know that, but it's basically based on chlorophyll. So there's it's basically like you have trees, nature, and the direction from where the sun comes basically builds like chlorophyll and stuff like that. So that's how how you get like Japan or German ones or anything you didn't like in the game. Honestly, I don't like that you don't meet other players. I think that's kind of weird. I think that's the only thing that I don't... I mean, you're really isolated. I think you're really isolated, but it's interesting because Sean told me that he was living in the outback in Australia, and he felt really isolated there. So, because it was like a giant farm, and he was there with his parents, and apparently not a ton of people around. I think he basically wants to board when he was a kid. The game, which I think it's a really interesting concept. It's very indie-like, as I said. It's kind of a personal... I think there's a lot of personal stories. The most unique game ever. Wow, I have to say, played more than. Can ships be temporary in... Yes, Chubby Bear. Can you fall? You can fall in the water. I mean, you can die. Yeah, you can die very quickly. I mean, like when it's cold, your battery is running out of energy, shield is running out. Can the game be reviewed at all? It's definitely going to be one of the toughest games to review because you will have a very different experience than... But yeah, I mean, we'll review it anyway. I think it's probably a good day. What kind of timers do you mean? Maybe it's a wall clock, what you're talking about. You're in a relationship. At the Zone, yes, Timo used to review games and films when he was editor-in-chief of IGN. I think he's now... I honestly don't know. I think that's now head of marketing or something at Ströer thinking. Well, I would take... Well, I don't need probably the space. Yeah, we like to Mew. Yes, there's different music on every planet. Aliens are not really I mean, there's not really companions. They're not like Fallout-style companions, so you can't give them orders, you really hang out with them, you don't really want to walk around with them. They're more like trade partners. As I said, it's more like I mean, that's probably something that people not like. I think it would be how that pans out when you, because you don't really interact a lot with, like, it's not like you have an alien walking around with you. Procedurally generated reviews were interesting. There are different climates on one planet. Agree, Fabi, agree. Yeah, wrong chat. Now it's getting sexy in here. There's no aliens in my apartment. Sun? No, I don't. Don't have sun. Different climates on one planet? I don't. Yes, I was flying Explorer, and I was flying things like fighter, like a cargo ship, a bit later. What does flags? I don't know what kind of. Yeah, I think I have to tell Sean that everyone wants a big head mode. Every one of my friends with mode we can do. 2-3 Jamar asks if there will be a sniper rifle. So there's no. I mean, you don't have like assault rifles and pump guns, like Sire Orcs and stuff like that. It's not like Counter-Strike. You have like a multi-tool, and you can upgrade it with different. It's almost like different modules, and you can fine-tune them with precision, like distance, like a sniper rifle. Give it a bit more punch, like a Spaz 12 shotgun. Fabi asked if I want to do some Let's Play. Why not? Yeah, it'll be fun. If I find some time, I can do that. It's a beautiful shield, huh? Probably not 5 hours a day. I have a job. Nina had just dropped their shit and panties. No, it's okay. It doesn't be so serious. I mean, it's in the evening. We're out of job. All good, Chappy Beer. No, we're not out of a job, but we're, in our free time now. Can you tell us a secret you never... on how many planets I've been? 4, 5? 4. I think it was 4. Was one toxic planet, was one cold planet, was one warm planet, like very, very hot, and one like normal planet. It's a bit like The Legend of Zelda. Like warm colors, like a nice color palette. And the grass looked a bit like a wine, like a nice red. Yes, you can name animals. That's a cool name. Telephone man is a good name. I don't think you can name plants. Actually, there will be black holes, as far as I know. Yeah, you can get sucked. you can get sucked into it. Yes, grass goes with the wind. Yeah, Nina, the grass. No, I don't search for porn. I was looking at my Twitter. Plasma grenade. There is something like a plasma grenade. Yes, probably. It's not a porn channel, it's Twitter. Planets with rings. No. Do planets have moon? I've seen a moon that was a fly. Well, it didn't. It was a bit too far away. So there's... Yes, I've seen the sun. Can we leave spacecraft base? Well, I mean, you can fly to a space station and you can park it there and then you can walk around. So you can't park it well, I hope there will be some Wookiees in the game. It would be nice. No, I don't think you can work it. The Crowax alien, they look a bit like... It was interesting. They look a bit like typical aliens, but they need like a helmet. So apparently they need... Yeah, apparently they need a helmet. They're not really admin. Yes, I've seen nighttime. It's pretty nice. It looks a bit like Avatar. There's a lot of blinking and a lot of like glimmering. It's very, very shiny. Like there's a lot of animals that are like have like an ultraviolet tone. Like it's almost like they're you probably know the Logitech gear or like the Razer gear that lights up the mouse. I don't think I have one. Yeah, I have one here, but it's not. Oh wait, I have one. Basically when this lights up, I can. That's the way it is. So basically, it's a bit like this. It's like you have it's almost like there would be light strips on an animal, and then it looks like this, like a bit pinkish. The night is pretty dark. Yes, I don't think there's space. You mean get lost on the planet? I think it's tough to get lost. I mean, you don't get lost there. In the universe. There's like a space map. You can almost like activate a GPS system. Maybe you can even call an Uber. You never know. Just have to shoot a quick email. No, I haven't seen lava. Yes, water flows a hole, but basically when you dig, you dig like a hole in a cave, then water can, but not like really heavy. There's a limit. It's not like a cave got out flooded. Hi, Marcus. Yeah, little Twitter family is around here. No, I don't think $60 is too much for the game. Because they developed this for such a long time. And honestly, I mean, what I've seen, I'm pretty sure though that you can probably play it for 1 hour. This is, I don't know if it will be, I don't think it has as much content as like a crazy game like Fallout, The Witcher 3. But I'm pretty sure you can play it for 1 hour, for a long time. There's so much gameplay system in there, mechanically, trading, fighting, ton of stuff. You can, upgrade your weapons. You have to find out all the stuff. There's portals, for example, and these basically lead to other solar systems. But to crack those, you have to fight almost like a boss fight thing. You need different weapons for this, and you have to find out which weapon systems, and you have to find the right upgrades, and you find the right lasers, and there's a mechanic around it. Basically, they have one battery sort of with powering your shield and your lasers. So you have to basically determine whether you want to have a very heavy laser or a very good. Exactly, Tino. Yeah. I would say it's more raising, it's not flowing realistically. Oh no, I was just no, I'm not really. Yeah, I was just basically a star. No, I don't. My leather jacket. That's what girls do. Minimalistic, which I actually like. When you're in a ship, for example, it's almost like all displaced. all the information about your shield and how many weapons you have, how many rockets, how many battery left, shown on your display, basically integrated in the game. So there's not a ton of UI going down around. Yes, it's live. No, there's no ground vehicles as I know. Yes, I think you can crash the ship on a planet if you're not taking care. Yes, you can sprint sort of. A story. There's a bit of a story. Yeah, but I don't think they have explained that far. I mean, they mentioned it, but I don't know. As I said, I was thinking to discuss. A ton about the games. It's kind of interesting. Typically games are an open book. right? I mean, especially as a journalist, everything about the game where it comes out. We already know, like, I think probably 90% about them. So, but No Man's Sky, I think I so much. Will there be a cover story if No Man's Sky is a game? I don't know. Probably. I will do a cover story for M game. Like, can we call our ship? Now I'm getting jealous. Only if they pay. Yeah, new version. No, I don't think Nintendo is relevant anymore for publishing. I haven't seen the sun, no. Well, yeah, I mean, basically you mean flying next to the sun, or Periscope was like a dating. No, so I haven't really gotten close to that, but I've seen it up when it was day on it. Oh, and because Boris wanted me to mention that, it's not a Sony. I mean, Sony is putting all the marketing power behind it, but yeah, it's coming out on Penis scope. It's good, yeah. Sure, no problem. We can do like something like the Periscope more often, or like, ja, ich richte Grüße aus. Fabian periscoped aus Ninas Schlafzimmer. Nina startet jetzt ihren Periscope. Interessanter als React to Gravity Floating. Yeah, I mean, no, I don't think React is not like a really good engine. It's more. That's a good thing. No, it's not as crappy as Minecraft in advanced. Like there's real physical graphics. It's not like crap. You want to land the sun and die? Well, I think you can probably do that. Fly long enough. You can fly in the air and. Schönen Abend noch, Nina. Personalities you see in animals. I mean, some of them are like more chilled out. There was like an Ewok, as I mentioned. Tschüss. There was like an Ewok, who was like around water. Like, das ist schön. Ich habe auch gerade Periscope. Ich will vielleicht auch mal Snapchat ausprobieren. Das ist ja irgendwie der neueste heißt. How much time will you need to spend money to travel? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think there's a live chat on Black Hole. There might be black space. I haven't think it probably is like no. I mean, planets are pretty big, but they're not like good. Cool. Yeah, I think we'll probably end this. Any more questions you can ask me on Twitter, and I can. Yes, to start off with, I've actually answered already like 500 questions on Twitter, I think, and there's like a whole Reddit thread that I've 100 questions answered like in detail. You can check that out too. Cool. Thanks, guys. See you. Good night.